What? Drinking? What's going on here? We're live. Guy with no name. We're gonna go over week one. We're gonna go over week one. What we're gonna be doing is picking my stats here. Okay, so right off the bat, I was wrong about the Thursday night game. Wrong, total wrong. I mean, I went with the under. Game went over. Like I said, it was almost 60, 70 points or something like that. Kansas City ends up winning 42-27. So I was completely shocked and surprised. I thought the New England Patriots were the best next man up football team, and they proved me wrong. Okay, let's move on. Let's gather our strengths again and keep going. So Sunday, week one, we have the New York Football Jets at Buffalo. Okay. 40 is the over-under. The line is set at 8.5. So Buffalo is scheduled to be winning this one. I'm going to kind of agree with I mean, that's a huge line. But the New York Football Jets really have nobody, period. Right? I mean, there's nobody there. Buffalo has a few shining stars, you know, but it's kind of a big line to cover, but I think they will do it. And as far as the 40 being the over-under, that's way under. That's very short. So I'm going to go ahead and go with the over in that one. We're in Chicago. Atlanta at Chicago Bears. Bears Nation, right? Yeah. Okay, so we got the Atlanta, which is the NFC champs. Will the Bears be able to beat them? No, probably not. The question to ask is not that. The question to ask is, will they cover 7.5? 7.5 is the... So Atlanta... Yeah, on the road. It's going to be played at the lakefront. I think what we're going to do is take Atlanta to win this one. So the over-under is 49, and I actually think it's going to go under because we were discussing this earlier. We think that the Bears have an adequate defense from what we've seen from preseason and in the past. They will not be embarrassed, is what we're going to hope to happen. So we're going to keep it under. But Atlanta should be able to score but more than 7.5 to beat them. So that's kind of logic on that one. Baltimore at Cincinnati. This is an AFC North divisional game. The line is set at 2.5. Cincinnati is favored by 2.5, and the over/under is only at 42.5. It's kind of low, 42.5. My thinking is that the story of Baltimore's life is that they almost always win, but they don't win. Being on the road, Cincinnati, I'm not too confident in their game, but I think that they will beat Baltimore barely. And Baltimore will again almost win this one and play a good game, but still lose. Cincinnati will probably still cover that 2.5, so I'm going to go with that. And as far as 42.5, it's going to go over, so that's my official pick there. Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Cleveland is the laughingstock of the NFL. They still are. Sorry guys, but you're probably not going to do any better this year, I don't think. 47 is the over-under. It's kind of a high one, and that's probably going to come from Pittsburgh. 8.5 is the over-under on this one. So I think Pittsburgh, being on the road, will still cover that. I actually have a few road dogs that I picked this time. I don't know why it kind of panned out that way, but that's just the way it is. So 8.5 is what I think Pittsburgh will be able to cover. So that's what we're at here. Pittsburgh has a number of names on the offensive side that are big names, and Cleveland doesn't. So that's kind of the factor why I picked that one. Let me see. I didn't pick the Houston-Jacksonville game as of yet, so I'm going to have to come back and do that one. Arizona at Detroit, though, we're going to cover that one first. Arizona at Detroit. Detroit is actually the underdog at home. Arizona is a 1.5-point favorite on the road. I actually think that Detroit will win this one. Detroit's coming off postseason football. So I think they are going to continue to win. I think the biggest thing about this is that they need to, there was a huge contract that was awarded. So I think he's going to have to come through with something to give him that. So I think that Detroit will actually Probably straight up win and cover the 1.5 points. 48 is a little bit on the high side, but these teams do have some high-powered offenses, so I'm gonna pick the over on this game. Jacksonville at Houston. I didn't pick this one. I'm gonna pick this one on the fly right here. 39.5 is the over/under, which is on the short side. So I think this game possibly will be. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the over only because I think that the NFL likes to give you a high-powered offense with this one. So I'm just gonna go with the over on that one. And Houston, or the line is officially set at 4.5. Houston's favorite. They're being at home. Jacksonville actually has rookie talent. Given how I've seen rookies play this year, I think I'm gonna go with Jacksonville with the points. So 4.5 Jacksonville. So Houston still might end up winning, but I think Jacksonville will either outright win or keep it close. So I'm gonna go with Jacksonville and the over. That's my official pick right there. Oakland at Tennessee. I'm high on Oakland. I think Oakland does have plenty of superstars. They are on the road. Tennessee is at home, but they're actually Tennessee is a 1.5 point favorite. So I actually went with Oakland on the road. I am excited to see this game. I actually want to see what's going on with Skittles. Tennessee has their fair share of offense. A lot of people have been picking out to be a sleeper contender this year. I don't think they'll do much with given how good Oakland has been with a healthy Derek Carr. So I'm going to pick Oakland on the road, and Tennessee. They might have some success, but I think Oakland will outpower them. 50.5 is the over/under. I'm going to keep this on under. I can see Oakland scoring easily 35 points. Tennessee will need to make up that difference, and I don't think they will. So we're going to keep that one in the under. Okay, Philadelphia at Washington Redskins. I think the game. This is Washington is Washington is a half-point underdog at home. So that kind of says the whole story there. 48 is the over/under. So I'm going to take Philadelphia. I think they have just a little bit more power to take the game. 48 is the over/under, kind of on the tall side. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the under on this one here. Just gonna show you what I've picked so far. I don't know if anybody can see that, but what we're gonna do is just keep moving on here. Okay, so we're gonna do the afternoon games now. The afternoon games here: Indianapolis at the LA Rams. Okay. The line is set at 2.5 in favor of Indianapolis. I picked the home team here, so I think the Rams will go ahead and win this one and cover that or with the points. And 42 is the over/under, which is on the really low end. So I think this one's going to go over. Only given that we really don't know what LA is going to come out with. Hopefully, it'll be something good. And Indianapolis, well, I don't really have any confidence in them, especially given the quarterback situation at the moment. The next game is Seattle at Green Bay. Seattle and Green Bay. Green Bay is favored 3.5 points. So, Green Bay being at home, I think they should win it. There's just I don't think anybody can stop these guys at the given moment. Seattle is a really good team, but they are traveling. The whole travel thing is probably what leaning me towards Green Bay. 51 is the over/under. I see fireworks, 51 points, and I think it's going to go over. Of course, anything can happen, but that's just what I kind of see which will happen in this game. Okay, the next game is Carolina at San Francisco. Carolina on the road, they're still favored 5.5 points, so I really think that Carolina does have it in them to do this. 48 is the over/under. That's kind of high, so I think I'm going to stay with the under with this game. Carolina has a personnel. I think just kind of misfired last year, but we'll see how that one pans out. Okay, the New York Football Giants at Dallas. This is the Sunday night game. Everybody's looking forward to this one. The thing to remember is that the Giants beat Dallas twice last year. They played each other twice. They're the divisional game as well. So the Giants can continue to do this to them. Will they? I think so. I picked the Giants to win. Dallas is a 3.5 point favorite, but I got the Giants in this one. I think that we have a full year of film on these superstars in Dallas, so they may be slowing down. They should be slowing down according to how the NFL works. That whole year of football film is going to help them in another victory and to continue the streak against Dallas. That's what I think. 48 is the over/under. I'm going to go with the under on this one because I think that, as I said, they're going to slow Dallas down and keep the score in check. That's kind of what I think. Monday night, we got 2 games. It's the first week of football. This is the way it usually goes. LA or New Orleans Saints at Minnesota. The game, Minnesota's favored 3.5 points. Thank you. And the over/under is 48. So New Orleans, they're old. They're old. Their stars are old. I don't have any confidence. They're on the road. I'm gonna go with the home team on this one. Minnesota will win this one by more than 3.5. And 48 is a really tall over/under. I'm gonna keep this one under. And that's the verdict. And then we got the late game, the late game. We got the LA Chargers, the brand new LA Chargers against Denver Broncos. Let me see. The Denver Broncos are favored by 3.5 points. That's just their standard home team favorite. I actually think the Chargers will win this one on the road against the Denver team that really has an identity crisis with their quarterback. So I don't really see Denver doing anything this year. Maybe it'll be a rebuild for them. Who knows? I may be wrong. I usually am. And the 43 is kind of low, so I'm going to go with the over on that one. So that's my official picks for the week 1 of the 2017-18 season in the NFL. There's 2 bye teams that I should mention here. Tampa Bay and Miami. Both those teams are actually not playing because of the threat of the Hurricanes. They will be making that game up in week 11. So that means that those 2 teams are going to they're both going to be playing straight NFL, no buys for the rest of the season. So it's kind of unfortunate for them, but good thing is that they're gonna have this week to gather up and recuperate with their families. So yeah, that's my pick. If you want to be part of the show, or you know, if you feel like talking smack, just go ahead, do that down in the comments, you know. And we will see you next time. Contact me, the guy with no name. Leave your name, leave a comment. Follow us. I got a new sponsor. We're actually no, we're not sponsoring that crap. We got a new sponsor here at what is it? Express Auto Parts. We're live at the warehouse. If you guys need some low cost parts, reach out. Express. That's with an X. We out. See you next time. Guy with no name.